Hello and welcome to the One Life Church devotional series where we cover the entire Bible in 20 months. Well, today's chapters are Zechariah 5 and 6. Now, I'm back in the Natal Midlands. You can see these rolling hills and they have some semblance of relevance to our devotion this morning. Well, Zechariah chapter 5 first speaks about a flying scroll, and then it speaks about a basket that is lifted up and taken away. So let's have a look at what it has to say. He says, I looked, and there before me was a flying scroll. And this scroll was the curse that is going out throughout the land. And this is the explanation is given. For according to what it says on one side, the thief will be banished. So on the one side of the scroll, it's talking about thieves being banished. This scroll is going to disappear and thieves are going to be taken away on it. And then on the other side, those who swear, those who lie. And he's basically saying, the Lord Almighty declares, I will send it out. It'll enter the house of the thief. It'll enter the house of the liar, and it'll destroy it entirely. So he's basically saying this scroll represents the sin of Israel, and the scroll is going to come into the houses of the thieves and the houses of the liars, and it's going to destroy their houses, speaking about the coming invasion of Babylon into the iniquity of Israel. And then the angel who was speaking to me came forward and said, look up and see what you see. He says, I see a basket appearing. This is the iniquity of the people. And then there was a lead covering on the basket. It was lifted up, and there was a woman inside it. And verse 8 says, this is the wickedness, and he pushed her back into the basket. Then I looked up, and there before me were two women with wind in their wings, and they had wings like that of a stork. So he has two strange angelic type creatures holding this basket. Inside it is a woman that represents the sin of the people of God. And they begin to lift the basket up in heaven, take it away. And they were taking the basket. I asked the angel, where are they going? And they're taking it off into Babylon. So chapter 5 sees the sin of Israel judged in Israel, and it sees the sin of Israel being carted off into Babylon. Two very graphic pictures. But it's Zechariah 6 that gives us huge hope. I looked up, and there before me were 4 chariots coming from between 2 mountains. You see those 2 big mountains behind there? Imagine 4 chariots coming down. One was led by black horses. Another chariot was led by red horses. Another chariot was led by white horses. Another chariot was led by dappled horses. And so he sees these chariots coming down with these horses spanned in. And he asks for an explanation. What are these chariots? These are the 4 spirits of heaven going out and standing in the presence of the Lord. And so basically these are angelic beings. Some people have said, like Calvin, for example, says that these are the horsemen in the book of Revelation, but their roles are slightly different. So I'm not too certain that that's it, but these are angelic beings coming throughout the earth. And then it says here, the one who went north, the black one went north, because they're going across the world, and he sees the world at rest. Now the world's only at rest when, so the spirits of the angelic spirits are only at rest when the sin has been dealt with. And then it says this, take the silver and gold and make a crown and set it on the high priest Joshua, son of Jozadak. Now, there was a high priest called Joshua in place at the time, but it's unthinkable that he's talking about that priest becoming king. Priests were not kings, kings were not priests. King Uzziah had tried to become a priest, remember? And that didn't go well with him. He became leprous. Now, God has separate roles, and they are pictures and forerunners of Jesus. But we do know who the king priest is in the order of Melchizedek. That is Jesus. Here is the man. Now, he's given a name. Here is a man whose name is Branch. It says in verse 12, branch means fruitful. This is speaking of Jesus. It is he who will build the temple of the Lord, and he will be clothed in majesty and sit and rule on his throne. So he's basically saying this priest called Branch is going to build a temple. What temple are they talking about now? This is not Zerubbabel's temple. Zerubbabel's temple is a picture. This is the temple, you and me, that Peter speaks about, the temple of God. This is Jesus. So Zechariah is looking up ahead and he's saying, Zerubbabel's going to be playing with some rubble and building a temple. But there is bronze coming, Jesus coming, and he is coming to rule the world as king and priest. And those who are far away will come and help build the temple. I think that refers to you and me. The Gentiles coming in from afar, and they're going to build the temple. Isn't this amazing, an amazing prophecy of Jesus?